Hello, Ramona.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another art vlog, December art vlog. I have so much to update you all on. Some of it is small business related, some of it is art related, some of it is ceramics. I am fostering right now, so I have a foster update. So much is happening this month and I'm really excited to share it all with you. I just came back from a holiday party from work, and so I have a little bit of a haul. I also went to the antique store and I have an antique haul. So I have lots of stuff. There's gonna be some ceramic, there's gonna be some art making, and I'm just really excited to make this video because I've been feeling like I've been in a slump a little bit. And as much as I love making art, as much as I love creating these videos and like documenting my journey, I've been looking back at my old videos around this time of the year and like seeing what I want to make this video into being. And I just want to be able to document like what's been going on and kind of keep the momentum going. I've been reading a lot, so I've been in a little reading hole lately and reading tons of books, and I kind of feel like I'm in like a book slump, or like I am like drunk on these books that I'm like reading, and they're making me very emotional and making me want to be a hermit and just curl in bed and just read all day. And I also have this YouTube channel that I need to keep up. And I remember in my last art vlog in December last year, I said the key to happiness is community. And I still believe that, and I feel like I've working so hard, and I've been working so hard to foster a great community here, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging without making a December art vlog. I want to keep the momentum going, and I'm just like really excited to start the new year, but also just like kind of worried and just need time to figure things out and kind of taking breaks. That's the biggest thing, is being okay with myself taking breaks and like not beating myself up over not producing enough art or like being active on social media. I think it's totally okay. At least I'm trying to convince myself and be okay with taking breaks and telling myself it's okay that I spend 3 days in bed and just reading, because that's what I enjoy. And even though those books that I've been reading have been making me really sad because they're over and I want them to continue forever, I am very grateful that I spend that time enjoying the things that I do enjoy. I've been also working on fiber art again. I've known how to crochet for years. Like I learned when I was like in elementary school, which is a very young age, but I never really share it. I mean, I posted a video many years ago that I took down, but I never really share my crochet art, and I would love to like get back into it and get back into making fiber art and crocheting again. I'll show you what I've been working on lately. So this is my bag of yarn that I've been working on. And so this is a scarf that I've been thinking about unraveling. I've been working on this scarf design, but I think I'm gonna unravel it and make this yarn into like a sock, like a crochet sock. I originally got this yarn because I really wanted to learn how to crochet. No, I really wanted to learn how to knit, and I really wanted to learn how to knit socks. But every time I try, I get frustrated because I can't figure it out. And so I finally just bit the bullet and just started a crochet project. But this yarn is just not meant to be a scarf. It doesn't want to be a scarf. I'm almost done with my like skein of yarn, and I'm not very far into my scarf. So I think what I'm going to do is unravel this entire project I've been working on and just make some crochet socks. And I didn't want to do crochet socks because I don't really like how lacy crochet can look. I want a very tight knit sock, but I think I'm just gonna embrace what I can do. And what I can do is crochet. And I've been crocheting since I was a kid in elementary school. And my first commission was actually by my home ec teacher. She commissioned me to make a hat for her when I got really good. And so that's kind of like my really fondest memory. And I kind of want to get back into it too. I love yarn. I love colors. I just love the different fibers. Like I love researching different fibers and looking into them. I would really love to have a fiber farm one day. That would be so cool. But yeah, this is a secret this is a secret passion that I've never shared with anybody here on the YouTube channel. So yeah, this is something that I want to share with you guys again, or just share with you guys in general and keep you up to date with this little fiber project. And yeah, it's gonna be a sock, okay? We're gonna make some socks instead. I do have another skein just in case. I ruined the one that I did have because I didn't know how to properly unravel it, so it's a big knot ball. But I'm gonna be careful with this one, and I'm really excited to get started. It's very beautiful farm, their little fiber farm. But yeah, this is the company. If you can see, it will focus. But it's a yarn club that I live close to, that I got the yarn from, and it's very beautiful. You can see. Yeah, it's very beautiful yarn. Honestly, I just like collecting yarn. Like I will be happy just keeping it like this. Like this is already pretty enough for me. Like don't need to do anything with it. But I do want to do something with it. I want to make some socks. So needle I was using with that project, it's a size F, like 5 and a 3.75 millimeter. But yeah, it's very small. But yeah. Here is one of my lovely fosters. Here's one of my lovely fosters. I am fostering baby bunnies for Christmas. They're about 2 months old, so they're very, very tiny. I'm sorry if my mic is picking up weird noises, but yeah, they're babies. This one is named Pretzel. Very cute. They're so sweet, and I'm handling them because they need socialization. They need to get used to being handled. So yeah, I'm really excited. Look at that precious baby. This is Black Eyed Pea, and I did not name them, but yes, they are very cute. Very cute. Very cute babies. This is Buttered Bread. Again, I did not name these guys, but they're super cute. She's the smallest of the litter, and she's also like the most fluffiest, like very curly, textured fur compared to the other guys. Yeah, and she's starting to get a little bit of gray. She was like all white before, but she's starting to get a little bit of gray. Like her sister. But she's so stinking cute. Ugh. They're all stinking cute. Just too cute. They're a lot of work though. They eat everything, and they poop everywhere. So yeah, there have been lots of cleaning. There have been lots of cleaning that I've had to do with these guys because they're growing, so they need lots of attention, but they also need lots of food. So I'm just enjoying having them while I have them, and then soon they'll be going to their forever homes once they're big and strong. They're already getting pretty big. Hi everyone, Editing Jada here. Most of the footage going forward is just gonna be a little bit of a time lapse of what I've been working on this month. I was transplanting one of the plants I got for my Secret Santa. I actually got 2 plants. One of them is like a lemon cypress that smells so good I can't keep my hands off of it. And another one is a spider plant. And I also want to show you that my string of hearts started flowering this winter, which is pretty cool. I feel like such an accomplished plant mom when my plants are flowering. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that they're flowering. Like sometimes people say like they're flowering because they're dying, or I don't know. But I was really excited that my string of hearts were flowering. And I had so much footage that I want to share with you. I want to share some of the stuff that I got from the antique mall, but the audio that I was capturing with my mic, and I was using a different camera at the time, was just god awful, just terrible. So I just left that out and decided to share some of the stuff that I've been working on. So these are some of the ornaments that I made in my ceramics class. It's the same pattern that I use for some other stuff. It's a one-of-a-kind pattern that I could not find the rolling pin of, and I should have purchased it when I had the chance. I've been eyeing it for like 2 weeks, and then my teacher purchased it, and I'm like, just missed that opportunity. But I made as many ornaments and things with that pattern that I could while I had the chance. It's such a beautiful, it's a cute little pattern with little holly and plant design. So it's not super Christmassy, but it's more like festive, wintry plant themed. And I loved it so much, and I should have just gotten it. Regrets. But anyway, I was just working on putting ribbon on these ornaments. I gave everyone ornaments for my Secret Santa, which is super awesome and cool, and everyone seemed to really like them. Hopefully next year I'll be able to make better ones, but the first ornaments I made were all just experimental. I didn't know how the underglaze was going to turn out. I didn't know how anything was going to turn out. But one of the things I really want to share with you was I purchased a Hobonichi Checho, and I have not used it yet. But I'm really excited to. I've seen so many art YouTubers have them and unbox them. And of course, I got influenced and purchased one for myself. I'm really excited to use it because I want to use it into the new year and use it in conjunction with the Artist Way as well. I also purchased that book, and I want to document and have a series of me going through the Artist Way. This year is going to be very different from last year. Lots of changes are going to be happening, so I don't know what the next 6 months is going to look like for me and how videos are going to be. I want to at least have something to document this journey. I've also been going through therapy, and I'm taking up writing in my journal a lot more and just kind of expressing myself, or just kind of getting out all those negative thoughts and thoughts that are just going through my head out in my journal, and just having a stream of conscious so they're not just stuck in my head and just being in a swirl of negativity. But it's a beautiful techo, and it lays beautifully flat, and I'm really excited to have it. The next thing I wanted to share with you was I took some clay home with me one day after class to make some stamps. I really wanted to make a Maker's Mark stamp, which I do have to redo because it's just not quite what I wanted it to be. I've also been looking into getting a stamp from Etsy. I'm not really sure yet, but I also really wanted to make a Bird of Paradise stamp. If you guys are familiar with me, my channel, maybe this is the first time you stumble upon me, so I'll explain. I love Bird of Paradise flowers. They're in my art. I have Bird of Paradise tattooed on me for my birthday last year, or my birthday this year. I'm already thinking it's 2024. But I have a deep love and passion for the Bird of Paradise flower. And I think it got even stronger when I saw it in real life when I traveled abroad many years ago. And ever since then, it's just been a very big staple in my art and just a very big symbolism for me in my art. And I just think that it's such a beautiful flower. The colors are beautiful, and I really wanted to make a stamp. So I took some clay home and I went to Carvin and made two Bird of Paradise stamps that came out very well. They're in my little tote that I bring with me every day to my ceramics class. I actually purchased a membership at my studio, my ceramic studio, because I want to be able to spend more time practicing instead of taking another class. I took two classes, and they're more general classes. So we did half the time we did wheel throwing, and then half the time we did hand building. The second class was more like freestyle. Mostly it was just kind of making Christmas stuff because we only had 6 weeks and one day of the week to go in and make your stuff, and then you have to wait next week to kind of finalize everything. So it was very much like hand building, making Christmas stuff. I did throw it on the wheel and make a mug. It didn't turn out the best, but I want to have more time to practice, and I feel like I'm gonna need to at least take a little bit of the training wheels off with having a teacher there, practice a little bit for myself, and then see how I feel if I do want to take a specific class during that time. I just needed time, I feel like, to really figure out what I wanted to do with ceramics, because there is so much I want to do, but I feel like I just need to take one thing at a time. But for now, I have my two little stamps, and hopefully I'll be able to share with you my new Maker's Mark as well. I'm really excited to try that out again. Hi everyone, it is now December 26th, the day after Christmas, a Tuesday, and I completely forgot to share updates on my ceramics while I was sharing all the updates before. But I went to my ceramic studio, and I'm sorry if you're hearing a bunch of background noises too. I'm running the washing machine and dryer to kind of clean up the space a little bit. But I went to my ceramic studio today because today's Tuesday, and I just went to go pick up some stuff and also sign up for a membership so I can come in longer on Tuesdays and practice on throwing on the wheel, and also just hand build some stuff that I've been thinking about for a while. But I wanted to share some of the ceramics that I've made since then, since the last update. And one of them is this little it was supposed to be a water bowl for my water, and it is a prototype. I have another idea of what I want to make next time to make it better. I have a couple of ideas that I want to try out, but this is completely hand built. I wanted it to be like a clean water, dirty water kind of water dish, but as you can see, it's not a lot of space to kind of clean this up the way I want to. So it was just too, like the ring was too big, or this ring was too small, and this one was too big. But overall, I really love it. It looks like a little flower or like a star shape, and I really love the pattern. It's completely hand built. So for right now, I just use it to house my paintbrushes. For all the paintbrushes that I'm using in my sketchbook for my pet portraits, until I can spend some time in the ceramic studio troubleshooting what I want to do going forward with this vessel. I do have some ideas in my head. I just need to work on actually making it and seeing if it actually works out, which is multiple steps. But once I do, I can't wait to have this on my desk so I can have just one built ceramic piece. Once I go back to the ceramic studio next month, I do plan on making another build based on the idea that I troubleshoot after making this one, so I can have one like piece of furniture, I guess. I don't know, like I just have one bowl on my desk that won't take up as much space as having two bowls. So the idea of just having one bowl that I can use for clean and dirty water, and I can easily clean it when I want to. Like sometimes I let my pigments in the water sit, so all the heavy pigments fall to the bottom. I pour it out, and then I use a towel to wipe out the pigment that has settled at the bottom, so I don't end up tossing it into the drain. That's kind of my way of being a little bit more eco-friendly with my paint water. But the plan is that once I go back to the ceramic studio, I want to make a new vessel after troubleshooting the issue with this one, and hopefully it works out and I can have just one piece of, I guess, artwork furniture, or like just one bowl, one vessel for my dirty and clean water. But for now, this just lives on my desk as a place for my most used sketchbook paintbrushes, the ones that I'm using for my pet portraits. So it's just hanging out here next to my other paintbrushes. And the next thing I want to share is I made a new ceramic palette. This is just a simple square palette, but I wanted to test out using the white glaze and the clear glaze. So the clay that I am using, it does have a little bit of speckling to it. When I use the clear glaze, you can kind of see it a little bit. So this is clear, it's a creamy clear with speckles. And then this is the white glaze. You can kind of see the speckles, but not too much. But I wanted to make a two-toned watercolor palette and test that out. And it does fit in the box that I purchased from Eco Enclosed, so it might be one of the seconds, experimental seconds that I put on my shop. It does have some slight warping, which I do plan on buying a tool to kind of help me not have this issue anymore. But for right now, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna put some little button feet on it, and hopefully that kind of helps with the warping. I'm gonna add it to the collection of ceramic palettes that I have. But yeah, this one has little details on it. It has like little snowflake details on each corner here. And then it also has details on the back. It's pretty cool looking. And then the snowflake details on this side. So yeah, it has like two different details and details in the corners that I'm really happy about. And yeah, something new. Lastly, I made a trio set of little gnomes. Surprisingly, the gnomes have been very popular. Every time I show them to people, I'm always commissioned to make gnomes for them, and I'm really excited. I don't have this pattern. This was a roller stamp pattern that my teacher had, so the pattern isn't mine, and it's kind of like one of a kind because I couldn't find the little rolling pin anywhere online. So I'm really jealous, and I wish I had bought it, but I kind of hesitated too long, and she purchased it, which it's totally fine. I'm just like a little bit jealous. But yeah, these are the little gnomes that I made, and they're a little set that kind of hang out with me in my studio. And I made another set for one of my coworkers, and then I made another set for a coworker for her sister because her sister really likes gnomes. But yeah, those are my little gnome boys, and they're very cute. I'm very happy with the way they turned out. And they're very festive. Like, they're not specifically Christmas. They have like the holly decoration, so they can work for the whole like winter season. It doesn't have to be specifically Christmas. I did mix my own like green glaze because we didn't have a specific green glaze, so I did mix up my own glaze, and I did a very like light wash of the glaze so I can see the underglaze, so I can see all the details. And then I dipped it in clear glaze, so the underglaze and then clear glaze on top, so they can have that shiny quality to them. Right now, I'm gonna be working on this painting. If you have been following my channel for a while, you will know that I typically do a holiday portrait every year. It's kind of like a tradition now on my channel, or on my Instagram at least. I usually do it digitally, and one year I did skip, I believe it was in 2020, because I didn't have my digital tools with me. But this year I decided to go more traditional and kind of hone in on the style that I'm looking to do in the future. I did this sketch on cold pressed paper, so it has texture. I really went into detail with my sketch as well, which is not a style I typically go for, but I want to embrace a style that I'm trying to reach. And so I have a lot of plans for this painting, and it might take me a while to complete it, which is totally fine with me. But I decided to not do the holiday portrait digitally because I want to embrace my more traditional style and what I'm always doing, which is traditional work. I don't really paint digitally that much anymore, or that's not really my goal anymore, to do more digital art. So, and I also changed it to a female figure instead of male figure, because I typically paint female figures in nature or surrounded by nature, and I want to continue those roots in my upcoming painting. So this will be the new kind of draw this in your style or redraw in my style every year painting. I have two paintings that I do this with. It's the Pink Mood painting that I do every year, and then this is the holiday painting that I do every end of the year. But usually this is traditional. Well, usually it's digitally, but this year I'm gonna go more traditional, and then moving forward it might change, or it might be a mix of traditional and digital work. I'm not sure yet, but I decided that to be more authentic to myself and like what I am actually doing with my art, I want to showcase how I would tackle a drawing like this in the style that I want to go into the new year with, which is traditional art, more detail, and more nature inspired. So I do have plans for the border here. Now that we're getting closer to the end of the video, I would like to thank you all so much for being here and supporting my channel and helping me reach 500 subscribers. Like, guys, 500 of you decided that you guys wanted to support me and help me in my art journey and be there for me, and I'm so grateful. Originally this year, 500 was my middle year goal for, or like achievement for my channel. I don't necessarily see that as a goal because it's something out of my controls. I can't control people subscribing to my channel, so I kind of think of it as like a milestone, and it was like a mid-tier milestone for me. My high tier was to get to 1,000, and I feel like I'm definitely going to be able to get that coming up in 2024. That's my mid-level goal, and hopefully we do make it there. I think we will, and I'm super grateful for all of you being here, supporting me. Some of you have been with me for almost 2 years now, which is like wild. And I'm super grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I feel so good being able to share my art with you all, because not only does it make me feel like there's people out there who really enjoy the things that I'm making and that I'm building a community, it also helps me be able to see that I am improving and that it's not just a waste of time, because sometimes it does feel very exhausting. It does feel like I'm in a rat race. And when I post a video, that all goes away for me from all your support. All of those negative feelings kind of disappear for a while because I have all of you guys here supporting me, and I'm so grateful to have you here. If you're gonna stick around for the rest of the video, I have a little quick snapshot of some of the paintings that I made this year at the end, and you can listen to some good music while you're watching. But for now, I'm gonna be working on this little portrait for the holidays, and hopefully I'll finish it by before January, and hopefully I can be able to share it with you before January. And I really think it's really different from a lot of the paintings that I've made before, and I'm really excited to share the final painting with you. But for now, I'll see you all in the new year. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Take care.
Can you feel it, honey? Can you feel it, honey? Now you're way past that. All that bad, 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 bad. So bad, 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 bad. Can you see it, honey? Can you see it? Seeing past the trouble. Now you know the meaning of it all. It all. Didn't think it happened so soon, but that one afternoon you finally moved on. Letting go of all that he said and finally kept for yourself. You really moved on. And I feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. I feel it, I feel it. Ooh. It's gonna be the ending of all that's bad. From now on, let's just leave it all in the past and look how good we are. No more bleeding, can't you see it healing? Hold on to that feeling, 'cause I know you're gonna get it right, 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 right. So right, 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 right. Didn't need it, no, you didn't need it. Didn't even feel it. Told me like 100 times out loud, 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 loud. Making me proud, 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 proud. 7 days a week, 7 days a week. You've been ill for too long. 7 days a week, 7 days a week. But now